Hello, guys. Welcome to Thursday Night Conversation. Say hello as you are popping on. We're getting ready to get things started tonight. Say hello, say hello. I'll wait to see some hellos, then we'll go ahead and dive into things. And I will also give the notifications an opportunity to go out as well. All right, so I see the notifications. I'm going to go ahead and dive in. So as you can see on the title, make your first $15,000 online with this done for you digital product. So super excited to share with you the content of tonight's live stream. Something that was on my mind today, again, always inspired whenever I go into my videos, my live streams, everything I do, my emails, it always comes from a place of inspiration. And I remember a couple of years ago, I was a part of this mastermind. It was a mentorship mastermind and it was group. And so every week we would meet, people would have questions. And I remember this common thread that I kept hearing, women saying, because I say women because it was a group of women in this business mastermind. And they kept saying, I'm wanting to get to $10,000, right? I'm wanting to reach $10,000 this month. I want to get to 10,000. And I just kept hearing that common thread of, wanting to get, wanting to do, and all of these things. And the common denominator with so many of these strives or so many of these like requests, like this is what I want, is that it was viewed as a place of kind of like getting there temporarily. Like I want to have a $10,000 month, like I'm pushing, but nobody was really saying, I want to build a $10,000 a month business, or I want to build a 5-figure a month business. I want to build, right, a business that has the foundation of 5 figures or $20,000 months or whatever. And if you think about it, if you constantly put yourself in a state of trying to get something, trying to grasp at something, like that's generally what you end up getting. And I've been there before. So I know the feeling. I know the feeling of having really, really big months and then not knowing how you were going to repeat it and not having systems and things in place. And that's why with everything that I do at this phase of my business, number one, I'm going to always be very, very eager to share my results and what I've been able to do inside of my own business, because what's been very, very unique this time around, right? Like with me launching this business that I've been running with for a year now, is that I was okay with building it. I was okay with knowing that I'm doing everything to build a strong foundation. Because my thing is even though over the past year, before I was having consistent 5-figure months, I would have months of 5 figures and then I would dip down. But I understood that also as being kind of like a part of what I was going through at that time, because I'm not new to this, right? So I had an existing audience and I was weaning off of another kind of like business model that I was working. So I knew that I was going to go through something while I was building this new business up. But then when the first of the year hit, it just clicked to me like now it's go time. And so I started January. If you've been in my world for a while, you've heard me say this. I started January one way, right? Like a lot of people, running my business, doing what I was doing to pay the bills and just to, just to make it month after month, right? But I knew I was in a state of building. And then the next month, right? So January or February, right? I hit over 5 figures. I hit over 10,000. And it's so amazing to know that my business has not only gone up, right, month after month, but I have not dipped down below that, right? And that's what gets me so eager to want to share my journey and to really help people get this. Like that is why this is so important. It's kind of like when you feel like you have figured out something because you're like, I figured this out for myself. And now there is this immense amount of, I want people to get it. Like I want our niece to know, like, these are the steps. This is what you do, right? I want Veronica to know, like, these are the steps. This is what you do. And I have faith this works because it absolutely has worked for me. This isn't textbook. It's not something I read or that I heard. It's not hearsay. I'm not telling you like, this is what my mentor did. It's like, I'm telling you and I'm sharing from a place of like, this is what's really working for me, right? Shirley, Victory, right? TJ, like anyone that's out there that wants this, right? I want to create the confidence that like, this is what it takes. And every day, like with all of my content, whether it's videos or live streams or emails or, my little YouTube community posts, I'm always trying to reinforce what is working, reinforcing this digital wave that's among us, that's in front of us, that we all want to ride, right? I'm like always striving to want to help people really, really understand what this is about and how they can get their share. And literally by default of not deciding to ride this wave, to jump on this wave, to decide to sit back on the sand and just kind of like watch it happen. Like by default, you're saying, I'm just going to let the wave go by. I don't trust the wave. It's not for me, like for whatever, right? It's like you're just deciding not to ride it. And I just don't think this is a ride that you want to let pass you by. I just don't think this is a ride that a lot of people can afford to just let pass them by. Because out of a lot of things that each and every one of us have missed over the years, right? Things that we always say, like, I wish I could have been a part of Google and Amazon and all these things that for the most of us, we really didn't have an opportunity to be part of those things. It's just really cliche to say. But I want you to know, each and every one of us, we have a part, right? We have a way to begin to ride this wave. This is doable. This is not one of those things where you can say, I didn't have enough money. It would have been nice, but no, that can't be the excuse for anybody. Because this is a wave that anyone can decide to ride. And I'm just going to keep showing up every single day and making sure more and more people know that's exactly what this is. It's a wave. And it's not a blip, right? It's a wave, right? That we're riding, and the wave just keeps getting bigger because that's just the way the internet and business is going. It's just getting bigger. You guys, out of everything, that I've been a part of over the almost 17 years of being online, the one thing that has remained constant is the internet as a place of e-commerce and how it constantly grows. It constantly evolves. Right? There are always people winning. It's just one of those places where it's like we've come to rely upon it being a place where you can set up a business. And for all the reasons I've shared before, right? Low overhead, crazy profit margins, high return on investment. We can not only afford to get into business, but we can afford to stay in business. And that's why you do have so many success stories. Of course, you have the stories of people not succeeding. That's with anything. But you have so many success stories where it's like, if they didn't have this, the likelihood of having success would have been slim to none. And so I just really want to do my part to make sure more people really understand this wave that we're on right now, that's among us, right? Whether you're on the outside looking in and you're evaluating, right? Or whether you're in it, but you're not really in it. I want to make sure you really, really get in it. Right? And so I want to start it off by saying this. Okay. If you can really hear me in terms of what I'm going to break down tonight, you can create certainty and riding this wave and winning. I'm going to keep saying this like so many times, probably for the rest of this year. It's not about hearing the steps and writing them down and even hearing them repeatedly. It's about getting to a place where you really, you hear it and it becomes a place of knowing. It becomes something that you know, right? Something that's embedded. And that you get it beyond a place of or a state of hearing it. But like, no. I get it. Like, oh my gosh, like this time I got it. And that's what I'm believing tonight is going to do, right, for a lot of really, really good people. So definitely have a notebook, have an open mind with how I'm going to share this with you. Because if you can couple this with a lot of the more practical steps I share all the time, you're going to have everything that you need to really start winning and getting your share. All right. Who's here for that tonight? Like, who's ready to really, really get in the game? Who's ready for that 5-figure a month business? Right? Who's ready for that? Right? So again, as you can see, make your first $15,000 online with this done for you digital product. So tonight I'm speaking very specifically, as I usually do on Thursday night conversations, speaking very specifically, right, about this digital marketing course with master resale rights that I just keep talking about because it solves problems, right, for the people that I serve. It is the solution for the people that I serve. It is how we're able to ride this digital wave. It is how people who knew nothing about internet marketing or making money online are able to come online, learn this stuff really, really quickly, and begin to win. All right. If you're on my email list, you might have read the email that I sent out where, another colleague, another lady that I know in this space, she's not my customer. All right. So I want to make that very clear. However, right, she's a colleague. She's someone that I know, right? Like mutual love, mutual respect. 6 months in her digital marketing course with master resale rights, over $100,000 earned. Prior to that, she was just kind of floundering around. She didn't even know if she wanted to do this or if she should do this because she just didn't know if it was real. She didn't know if it was a scam. She just didn't know. And so from January to July, right, just over $100,000, leveraging free social media, selling digital marketing course with master resale rights. She purchased it, took about a week to go through the entire course, got set up, and got out there and began to share it with other people. How many of y'all have been around for 6 months? Maybe consuming my content, maybe fiddling around with the course if you have it, not taking it real seriously. How many have been researching? How many have been speculating? How many have been going back and forth? Is it a scam? Is it a scheme? Listening to way more naysayers, right, than people that are like leading the pack and telling you this is real, lives are changing. Sometimes we've got to put it in perspective when we sit here and we're like, this person just like me. Just like me. 6 months ago, they made a decision to ride this wave. 6 months later, $100,000 earned. Do you realize that could be anybody? When you really hear what I'm saying, it's not about anyone giving you an income claim. It's about you stepping into a place of knowing what is possible for you, believing that it's possible for you. You don't need someone giving you an income claim. But someone tonight could look at my title and say, make your first $15,000 online with done for you digital products and say, yeah, right. Or give themselves every reason and excuse for why that can't be real for them. And another person could be sitting here saying, show you right. That, I'm making that real. Steph, how fast can I do that? As fast as you want to. As slow as you want to. However you want to. All you got to believe is that that can be real for you. But that's literally all. And to accept nothing contrary to that. Hear what I just said. To accept nothing contrary to that. Because there will always be naysayers. There will always be people that are screaming the sky is falling. So I'm going to dive into the first area, all right? So we're going to talk about 1, 2, 3. We're going to talk about 4 areas, all right? 4 like steps, 4 things, all right, that are going to help you step into like a renewed space of being able to make your first $15,000 online with this done for you digital product, this digital marketing course with master resale rights. All right. I am going to walk you through how to begin making money with it. All right. Make sure that you grab your notebooks. Make sure that you grab your pens. Number 1, you've got to go into this with the mindset of decision. Number 1, under a mindset of decision, okay, I just threw things out that came to my mind when it came to the things that really stood out for me. Number 1, a mindset of I'm invested into myself. Like, I don't care what no one is saying out there. I don't care what they think it is, what they think it isn't. All I know is that I want to ride this digital wave, and I don't know what I need to know. about making money online, digital marketing, the world of online business. I don't know. Therefore, my mindset is, if anything, I'm going to invest into this course, and I'm going to come out of this course knowing some things about making money online. Do you see how that mindset is totally different than someone that's looking to, I'm going to buy this course and change my life, but they don't set their expectations properly? So first, a mindset of, I'm invested into myself. I don't know what I don't know, but what I do know is that once I invest into this, I'm going to be better. I'm going to know more than the average person out there about making money online, right? I'm finally going to take responsibility over the success I want, right? And I'm invested into myself. I'm not buying something. I'm not purchasing something, right? I'm not making Steph $500 richer. Y'all would be amazed at the stuff people think. But it's not about any of those things. It's about, I'm trying to make money online. I desire some things. And the thing, this is going to help you guys so much with any decision you make from here moving forward. And the things that I desire, job optional, stack my retirement, whatever it is you desire, the thing I desire, it's worth far more than the $500 that's holding me back. I am willing to part with the $500 so that I could get closer, so that I can equip myself with the skills and the knowledge to get me what I want. Because who would be okay with knowing you stayed at a job years longer than you needed to because you simply wouldn't equip yourself? Or the story a lot of people are saying, I didn't retire the way that I wanted to. What if that's your story, right? But you had all of the tools introduced to you at some point, and your story is, I didn't retire the way I wanted to. I don't have all the money in the bank the way I want to. It's because I did want to make money online, but I just couldn't part with that $500. This is not to make anyone feel any way, but you do understand all of our decisions come down to that kind of rationale, right? I'm not the weight I want him to be, but it's just because every day I make horrible eating decisions, horrible diet decisions, horrible nutrition decisions. But you see how when we talk about money, we want to feel a certain kind of way, right? You trying to tell me what to do with my money, right? We get all uptight and we get all indignant and, you don't understand. You don't know. It's all decision. It's literally just all decision. And so when you really think the big scheme, you're like, I let that, right, be the thing that held me back from getting what I said I wanted. Big difference. Like, you see, it's big. It's all decisions, right? Mindset number 2, I'm learning how to make money, and I'm fine knowing that I might not know much right now. How many of you guys are just not going for it because you're letting what you don't know? You're letting fear of the unknown. Steph, I want to do it, but do I got to do YouTube videos? You know you don't have to do YouTube videos. You know there are so many other platforms that are out there. Don't allow, right, fear of the unknown, right, to keep you from, again, going after what it is that you want. Number 3, I am developing high income and sought after skills. Again, the person that has this mindset when they go to invest into this digital product, they're going to instantly come out far better because they're purchasing, they're investing in it, they're buying it for the right reasons. If you can tell yourself these things, right? I'm developing these high income and very sought after skills. People will want to pay me for the skills that I develop, right? If I don't learn these things, I don't get made better, right? And I don't stand a chance of making anyone else better. Therefore, why would somebody want to pay me? I must develop these skills. I must get better myself. I'm here for the long haul. Again, these are mindsets, you guys. One of the very first things I told myself when I first got started, brand new on the internet, I'm making this my new way of life. That was the long haul mindset. I wasn't in it for 90 days. I wasn't dipping my toe in the water. I had zero stipulations. That's why literally I don't understand getting started and then disappearing. unless the goal just changed, unless the goal just changed. But when you make your mind up, I'm in this for the long haul, I'm learning these skills, I'm setting myself up for long-term success, right? I'm going to make this my new way of life. Things just change. The way you treat all of this simply changes, because you're not trying to move at the speed of light to just get yourself out of a situation. Because again, then you're like the women I talked about that was in the mastermind I was in years ago, right? If I could just get to 10,000 versus can I build a $10,000 a month business? Can I build a 5-figure a month business? Very different. All right. I'm setting myself up and I'm betting on me. Mindset going into it. Right? I'm setting myself up and I'm betting on me. I'm not just investing into some arbitrary opportunity. No, I'm betting on me. Because no matter what happens and how things change, this course is going to leave me better. This course is going to leave me more learned. This course is going to leave me with more skills, right? I'm going to be better. What I don't know is irrelevant. Someone needs to tell themselves this right now. I feel it. What I don't know is irrelevant, because I'm learning how to do all those things, and soon I will know more than most. What you don't know right now, irrelevant, because you're literally setting yourself up to learn more and to become more skillful than most people that are out there. You guys have heard my story before about being able just to, hey, I'll build your website, I'll build your complete system, and customers and clients pay me upwards of $3,000, right? Because I'm skilled, because I know things. Well, I know far more than the majority of people out there. Right? Which means, guess what? I can write my own check. I can create my own opportunities. Okay. And I think this next step for mindset, really, really crucial. And it's been a mindset that I learned how to adapt like right from the beginning of my business journey. Next step, get my investment back. That is always one of my first goals. I invest into anything. How fast can I get my money back based on what I'm learning from this resource, right? So you investing $500 into this digital marketing course, right? Next step, let me get my investment back, right? And we'll talk about how we do that, how we start making money based upon this. But you guys, the way that you approach this, the mindset, again, you may think these things are smaller. Oh my gosh, more mindset stuff. But generally the person that says that, they're the people that are relying way too much on external factors, right? So everything is doom and gloom. Everything is outside of their control. Everything is the sky is falling. Everything is the state of the economy, the state of the world, right? Everything is like, I just can't control anything. There's always an excuse. There's always a reason. Where when the mindset is like, I'm giving myself an amazing opportunity. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't think there's ever been a time like this where anybody can learn these high income digital marketing skills and be able to set themselves up to set themselves free. Someone, you want to write that down. It wasn't always this accessible to learn all of these skills in such a short span of time for little dollars. You had to be parts of elite crews. You had to invest, upwards of thousands of dollars. And many years ago, we're talking $1,000 to learn blogging, $1,000 to learn Facebook ads, $1,000 to learn how to create a course, $1,000 to learn social media marketing, $1,000 to learn how to set up a consulting business. You guys think I'm lying? $1,000 a pop to learn all of the skills that you're learning in this digital marketing course for a one-time investment of $500. Number two. Okay. So how do we make $15,000? Right. And I do want to say fast, because I don't know about you. I don't want to do anything slow. I don't intentionally go and do anything slow. I want to do it what I like to consider fast for me. Right. And that's why I say, like, you get to choose your own rate of speed. What's fast for you? right? And how can you do that fast? So for number 2, you have to decide on your path. So as you're diving into the course, as you begin to go through it, it's really crucial that you decide on your path, because you don't ever want it to be just information that you're consuming, but you want to know, like, you want to have a game plan of what you plan to do with that information so you can begin to put it into practice as you're going through it. You want, like, as you're learning, you're going to learn it better. You're going to obtain it better, right? You're going to be better helped by it. Where in your mind, if you could already see like how you plan to use it. All right. So there's 2 paths that you can essentially take with the information. Number 1 is that you can learn the information and then use it for your own business. Right. So I have one customer, health and wellness enthusiast, into holistic healing and holistic medicine, all that stuff. And she created a juicing membership from what she learned in the course. She learned how to use our marketing system that we recommend, and she learned how to create her own membership. She learned how to get out there, begin marketing. She learned how to take advantage of the audience that she already had and how to grow it beyond there. She learned how to put together her membership site. She learned how to put together her capture page. She learned how to put together her email marketing systems on a daily basis, where all throughout the week, I continue to get emails from her because I opted in right when she first set it up. She got her first customer, right, almost immediately upon launching her membership. So you can decide to go through the course knowing that you already have a product or an offer or a business idea that you want to begin building, or you might already have a product or a service or an offer, but you just don't know how to really make money with it. So you can use the information to help you with your own business direction. All right. And trust me, so many people do this. Not everyone takes the path that I've taken in terms of being a real enthusiast over digital marketing and making money online. My focus, my goal, like my vision and my mission, which you're going to learn all about that in the course. My vision and my mission is I want to be an authority in this space, right? I want to be known for helping people get set up and get going, right? I want people to know my brand. Right? As like Steph will help you learn these skills. She has a great course that you can buy. That's what I want to become known for, because again, there's a wave among us, and you'll have a lot of people getting out there, right, without a surfboard, thinking they're going to take the wave on by themselves. You're going to have people that don't even know how to swim trying to take this wave on. And I want to be the voice that tells people, don't just jump out there. You will clobber yourself. Don't just jump out there. You will lose. Don't just jump out there. You will lose your shirt. Don't just jump out there. You just might get scammed. You just might get taken advantage of, right? I want to be the voice where someone says, I'm ready to learn and I trust this person, right? So I know why I'm in business. The second path that you can choose is that you can decide to learn this information. And maybe you don't have a digital product. You don't have a business direction, but you think a really great start would be to begin selling this course as your own, because maybe your vision is a lot like mine and you do want to go out there and do your part to help other people, right, that want to learn these skills as well, or that want to make money online as well, right? And you're like, this just makes sense. I have a ready-made course. I don't have to create anything. All I got to do is learn these digital marketing skills, right? And then go out there and sell something and promote something that's already been created. Believe it or not, it's exactly how I got started over 16 years ago. Didn't even know anything about how to make money, but I was introduced to some learning material, and they also gave me the opportunity to sell it and earn 100% profits. And so to me, it just made sense. And you're going to understand in just a moment how we do that, and why it made so much sense to me. All right. So as you begin to go through, if you're not coming into the course already, right, like knowing what you want to get out of it, you definitely want to start going through those initial modules and really focusing in on your vision, your mission, right? The niche, the people you want to serve, your brand, because believe it or not, that's going to lend a lot to what you want to do with this information. All right. Again, it is generic digital marketing and online business training. You can use it and apply it however you want to help you build anything you want to online. That's the beautiful thing. And again, for somebody with no direction, right, we give you the license to sell the course as your own, allowing you to get out there, right, and not have to invest months or weeks creating something and have something instantly ready to sell to other people, right? And believe it or not, that as the opportunity alone has changed so many people's lives. Think about the lady that I spoke about when we kicked off the call, 6 figures, $100,000 in 6 months. And that story is not that unique. That's what's crazy. That's becoming more and more normal, more and more heard of. People that are like, basically, I didn't have a whole lot of experience. I didn't have a whole lot of skills, right? But I bought this course. I took a week to go through it, or I took a couple of weeks to go through it, right? Got set up, right? And changed my life in a few months. You guys, it's not hype. It's what is happening. And again, to ignore it makes zero sense, right? If your goal is to come online and start making a new way of life for yourself, it makes zero sense to ignore it when you already see the signs out there of people that are intentionally winning, right? Why? Because we're following a proven learning path. We're following like a proven university. We're following, right, the digital marketing way. We're all learning these digital marketing skills that are proven. They're tested. It's what the gurus have been using for years and years and years online. We've just simplified it. Where Sally Homemaker can come online, learn these skills, and set up a whole business for herself. Someone that's been a postal worker for 30 years can come online, learn these skills, right, and decide to change their life. That's what's so beautiful about this. So number 3, let's talk about how to sell before making your first sale. Let me know if you want to know that. This is where so many people, they're like, they go through the information, they're all excited. And I hear it all the time on office hours, right? Or I hear it all the time as I work with people. But Steph, how do I make money when I haven't made my first sale? And the idea that someone only buys from someone that has income results to share, right, is completely false. So I'm going to help you in a big way. If you're on my email list and I sent out that email that said, I'm going to help a lot of people tonight, this is that part right here. I'm going to set a lot of people free. And you're going to realize, right, that we've all made money before we had any kind of sales results, revenue growth to talk about. Like, just contemplate that for a moment, right? And this is exactly how. Please listen to this. Please write this down. Like, please make this a part of you. All right? I call this the money move, because this is one of those things where when you get this, you realize you likely have been holding yourself back. The one thing most people do wrong, and I'm going to have just a higher level of a conversation with you. This is more of like my mentorship call that I talk about this stuff, but I want to have it with you. Most people are trying to do too much. Most people are trying to be too much, right? Most people think that they have to be extra educated and the expert and all of these extra things. And that couldn't be further from the truth. There's 2 main things that you've got to do. 2 main things. And I've done them myself. It's how I made my first 28 sales in my first 30 days online, when I knew nothing, had nothing, didn't understand anything. But I understood enough that I needed to start speaking very directly to people that just might want what I had to sell. Too many of y'all trying to be mentors and coaches and guides, and that's not everyone is looking for that. So there are a lot of people that just want the information. And if you do this correctly, they'll look at you as a mentor anyways, because of the way you're showing up. And that's what happened to me when I first got started. I became a mentor, right, just because I shared my journey. I didn't become a mentor because I wanted to become a mentor. People desired to listen to me, and they desired to follow me. So I'm going to break it all down. All right. So how to sell before you've made your first sale. Now, this could be because you're deciding to sell the course, and that's where I see a lot of people struggle the most. Because when they struggle, it's because they think, well, I'm new to digital marketing, I'm new to all this stuff, so how do I sell the course when I'm so new to all of this? And when there's people like you out there, Steph, that are making a lot of money, like, why would someone buy from me? Well, they will always buy from me over someone that thinks they have to be me to make a sale, because again, you're trying to do too much to be like me. So now you're creating the competition. You're actually creating the competition. I just blew someone's mind. I didn't try to be like anyone that was already making money. And this is how I did it. Number one, it's about knowing the solution you are selling. I think, again, when I said that most new people that have not made their first sale, the reason they try to do too much is because they really do think it's about big bank takes little bank. Like they really do think it's about the clout. They really do think it's about, having to prove that you're this or that you're that. Most people forget, no, you're selling something. You don't have to prove anything. There's something you're selling. There is a solution in that thing, and it's your job as the marketer to use the digital marketing skills that you've learned to get out there and to appeal to people that are looking for that solution. Has that occurred to you? For most people, it has not, and that's exactly why they think, well, no one's going to buy from me if I haven't made my first sale. Well, you have to make your first sale by selling. Everything we do is about selling. Okay? And if you're always sharing your journey around it, which I'll talk about that in just a moment, there will come a point in time where you will be able to leverage the money that you've made, the success that you've had. But it comes with the territory. So your very first job is to know that there's a whole solution in this digital marketing course that you're selling. Let me know if that makes sense. And it's your job to find that solution, because for everybody, it might be different. Right? For everybody, that solution might be different. Right? I'll go on. So much more I want to say around this. The second part, with how do you sell before making your first sale? It's about knowing who needs the solution. So number one, it's about knowing the solution and selling that solution. And then number two, it's about knowing who needs the solution. Okay? And we're going to drop a little bit deeper as I'm going to give you an example. And some of y'all are going to be like, Steph, you made that way too easy. And that's my job. So as an example, I was a nurse when I came online, all right? I was a nurse / an employee. I was not a guru. I didn't know more than what I had just learned, but I was a nurse. So let's bring that same nurse into this scenario. Let's say that was me, right? Again, as a nurse, getting started buying this digital marketing course, okay? I would be speaking to others like me. So think about the mindset of an employee, all right? I would be speaking to others who also want to break free, who also want to earn more, who might be out there seeking alternative income solutions, right? Who also maybe want to start an online business, wanting to supplement their income with a side business or a side hustle. Maybe talking to people that want to learn how they can be home with their family, or they have a desire to be home. And they need a way to learn how to make those things possible. Y'all just dropped the whole doggone mic there. As a nurse / employee, there's something about my life that led me to the internet, making me look for more. So as I'm going through the information, my job now is to get out there and inspire other people that are employees like me. Why? Because I can speak to other employees. I know what it feels like to feel like you're not making enough. I know what it feels like to be at your job daydreaming about, I wish I could be home with my kids, right? I wish I didn't get stuck here because my shift relief decided not to show up on Mother's Day. See, I think sometimes we try so hard to make the sale, to make money, that we forget that we need to appeal to people that might just want to buy what we have to offer. So I might see the solution in the digital marketing course as, wow, I came online, like learning how to learn, wanting to learn how to start making some money so that hopefully I could replace my income and be home. And I happened to discover a video or a reel of this person talking about this course, right? And so I bought it. And I started learning all these things. So now in my mind, I'm like, there are other nurses out there that have to be searching. I can't be alone in this. There have to be other employees just like me that are feeling these same ways. So now it's my job to go out there and to let them know I have something that people are already using. It's already working for a lot of people. And guess what? In the months ahead, you're going to see it working for me. Who can do that? Do you see how that's not hard, how authentic that is, how real that is? Why would someone not buy from me? Why would they not? Because a few things I'm doing, right? I know that more people need hope. I'm giving them hope. I found something. I'd be sharing what I found. Right? And I would be emphasizing like, y'all, it's already helping people. And my excitement, my enthusiasm, where I'm going, right, would be so bright, it would be hard to ignore me. How can I tell you that with such certainty? Because in 2007, it's exactly what I did. It's how I made my first 28 sales in my first 30 days. It's because I knew where I was going. I knew how that information was helping me. I knew what I found. I knew more people needed it. And I got out there and I said those things. I talked about why people needed it. I talked about what they were going to discover when they purchased it. I talked about where I was going and how I knew I was going somewhere with this information. I just got out there, and I think the easiest way to say it is I knew the solution. I knew other people needed it. And I sold them hope. I sold them a better way. I sold them a direction. That's why people looked up to me as a complete brand new person. That's even why people that were further ahead than me wanted to know what the heck I was talking about and what I was selling. Because I didn't sound like a new person. I sounded like someone that found something and knew that way more people needed to know about it. That's how you make your first sale or first sales, right? Before you've made any sales or you made any money. That's how you make your first $15,000 online with this done for you digital product. Number 4. Okay, this is going to piggyback off of what I just shared. Number 4. And this again is where so many people, again, when I even picture that lady I'm talking about, she did this. These are not just things I've done. These are things that anyone I know that's had explosive success and has made money quickly is they've assumed the role. Write that down. They assumed the role. They took responsibility. So with number 4, begin to lead from the jump. How many of y'all have been waiting for someone to give you permission? It's normal. It's so normal. When you've been attached to a job, you're used to someone telling you what to do, what you can do, what's within regulations, what's within policy, what you're qualified to do, what you're not qualified to do. Like, it's easy to think I'm not qualified to do my own Zooms. I'm not qualified to do my own webinars. Who am I to go live? Who am I to exert my authority? Like, who am I? The one thing that I did when I got started is I looked at the guys that were making money, and I'm like, if they're doing their own conference calls, I'm going to do my own conference calls. So not only was I a part of communities, but I began to build my own community and lead right from the beginning. I didn't sit back and wait to be qualified. I qualified myself. All right. So number 4, begin to lead from the jump. You cannot be afraid to jump out there. So do you see how if you're afraid to jump out there, you're going to feel like there's no space for you to tell people that you're wicked excited about this digital marketing course that you just invested in, right? You won't have the confidence because you haven't made any money yet. And because you lack the confidence and you won't exert yourself, you'll likely not make any money, right? These are the things that it takes. It's not, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. All right. Knowing and believing where you are headed, someone needs to write that down. Forget where you are right now, please. Because no one's going to buy because of those reasons anyways. So why let them hold you back? Why let them stall you out? Why let them have dominance in your life, in your head? Why let them paralyze you? Right? We're always buying the vision, the future, right? We're always buying where we can go. We're always buying the inspiration. So why not share that? So knowing and believing where you are headed and always being solid and consistent in that. Okay? A couple of things that came to my mind as I was writing this down. Okay? Again, I put quotes, right? Because like this is how you should be thinking. Y'all, this is my retirement ticket. Like, what if that is like, that is how you looked at this? Like, y'all, like this digital marketing course with Master Risa Wright is my retirement ticket. Show of hands. Whose message could that be out there? Right? You're like, oh my gosh, like, yes, I could share that message every single day because that's exactly how I look at this course. Well, boo-boo, guess what? That's the solution that you found in this course. That's the solution. No one says that the way that I teach needs to be the way that you teach. Your solution is, when I invested into this, you might have thought you were getting XYZ, but baby, as I went through it, I saw this as my retirement ticket, right? Like I saw this as my way out. I saw this as my debt-free plan. I saw this as the way to become job optional. Yeah, that's what people are buying. And can you imagine, right? They're consuming content. And everyone's like, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden they hear you saying, you know what? I purchased this digital marketing course at Master Risa Wright, and this is my new retirement plan. They're like, say what? Say what? Right? I'm looking for extra money for retirement. Why would they not listen to you? Right? This is my retirement plan. And this is helping me learn everything I need to learn so I can get my share of this digital wave, so that I can get my share of what's going on the internet. I'm not going to be left behind, and you shouldn't be left behind either. Who can't get out there and say that? You know, that's how we make money. That's how you make your first $15,000. That's how you can do 6 figures in 6 months. That's how you can build 5 figures, right? Faster than most people sitting on the sidelines. Because see, you couldn't tell me that people weren't going to listen to me and buy from me. That was my attitude in my first 30 days. Why else would I have done 30 videos in my first 30 days? Why else would I have done videos in my car on my lunch break? Why else did I have this feeling of I've got to get a video done today? Why did I feel like I had to talk to people and share with people when I hadn't made any money yet? Why did I have that feeling? Because I knew it was impossible to fail. I knew that if I got out there, somebody would buy from me. To me, that was the shortest path to getting to some money, is telling people what I had. So again, let's go back to the very first thing I said going into this. If you can really hear me, you can create certainty in riding this wave. So are you really hearing through the 1, 2, 3, 4? And are you really hearing like why this worked, why this is working for people? It's because, believe it or not, those that have the guts to think this way, move this way, right, have attitudes in this fashion, they just don't believe they can fail. They just don't believe that they're doing all of this for nothing. They just don't believe that they're going to be overlooked. They 100% believe, oh, I'm going to make sales. Oh, I'm going to help people. Oh, people are going to buy this from me. Therefore, they show up that way. They show up that way and it shines through. Okay. What if your mindset was, this is my way of replacing my job, right? With the business of my own. Y'all, I'm finally going to have my own business. Like, what if that was your message? What if that was the solution that you were uniquely bringing to the plate? What if that's what you rallied around in every single one of y'all in your videos? Right, y'all, this is my way out. I'm learning how to have my own business. Right? Did you know that people are coming online and making, 5 figures in short spans of time because of this course? You make it hard for people to ignore you, hard for them to forget you, hard to not want to continue to consume, right? You become irresistible. You guys, I remember my very first 30 days online, someone reached out to me. I don't know which day it was during those first 30 days, but one of those days I either uploaded my video late or I didn't upload it at all. And I remember a guy reached out to me and he said, Steph, is everything okay? I said, because when I come home before I go to bed, I go to your channel, right? To see what you're talking about. And I'm thinking, little old me? But in my first 30 days, people were already looking forward to my content. They were already loving it. It was already a part of their day. That is what you want. You see, it's impossible to fail if that's the attitude that you have, right? Impossible to fail if that's the attitude that you have. All right. So fill in the blank. So do you see how a lot of y'all thinking, oh, the solution in this digital marketing course is that, because you hear me say it, so you repeat it, but you don't understand the passion I have behind when I say it, right? Oh, the solution is that we teach digital marketing and the business of online business. But is that really the solution you see in this? Or is the solution you really see in this is your retirement plan? This is the way that your kids won't have to experience daycare. This is the way that you're finally going to prove to yourself that you actually can have a business, that now having an online business doesn't seem so out of reach. That you thought you could never learn these things. But you've just proved to yourself you can learn these things. Do you think if you went out there and maybe for you it wasn't excitement, but it was heartfelt? I thought I was dumb all this time. I thought I couldn't learn the tech. I thought I could never have a website or a funnel. I thought I could never get on video. I thought that I could never monetize Instagram. But I've learned how to. Do you think there's not anyone else out there that does not feel the same way you feel? And they don't need the same messaging that everyone else is spouting. They need to know that someone is doing the thing and experiencing what they experience, or they're a lot like them. Yo, that's what finding the solution means. There is a solution you see in it for you. What is it? And then you get out there, right? And that's what you share, right? Lead. All right. So again, with beginning to lead from the jump, act as if you know what's up. Act as if you know what's, oh my gosh. Sanjina, I'm probably going to say your name wrong. So, but the super chat, the $100 super chat. Thank you. And I don't know if it's 100 or if it's in your, because I don't think it's a dollar sign. But thank you. Thank you for the love. I don't think it's a dollar sign. But thank you. Wow. Love your content. Thank you so much. Wow, that totally caught me off guard. Appreciate you so much. If you would have just told me you love my content, I would have been equally as excited, but you blew my mind with that. Thank you so much. So act as if you know what's up, y'all. That's what leadership is. Leadership is like making people create their own fear of missing out. Right? They're like, this chick is going someplace and I just can't afford to not watch her content. Like, I've got to pay attention. I got to see like if she does what she says she's going to do. So while you'll have some people that will think that way, you'll have some people that are going to be like, I'm riding this wave with her. right? Like I'm riding this wave with her. I'm not going to sit here and watch. That's how I made 28 sales in my first 30 days because that's how people are feeling. I'm not going to, she's talking about this thing. I want to go there too. I want to learn this too. I want to see what she's talking about. I want to experience it for myself, right? So part of leading is, again, act as if you know what's up. Don't be bashful. Don't be shy. Again, don't wait for someone or something like a dollar sign to qualify you. I'm already qualified to be here. I can be on any platform that I want. I can show up as big as I want. I can show up as bold as I want. I can talk as long as I want, right? I can send people to whatever links I want, right? Act as if you know what's up, because if you lead, guess what? There will be people that will have the desire to follow. That will have the desire to follow, all right? Leading is not about, oh, you know what? I'm the leader because I've made XYZ money. Because you could be making a lot of money and be a complete jerk. Not the word with impact I wanted to use, but no one can like you. It's not about the money you've made, but the fact you don't care about people, right? You're not really talking about where you're going. You're not doing this. It's not passion filled. And I'm not saying everyone's going to have this, right? But when you're getting started, if you can have this, it's going to help you get to where you want to go faster. I'm telling you. All right. Knowing that you are instantly steps ahead of those who will become your customers. So that's what leadership is. You get out there, again, you start doing these things, right? Your attitude is like, you might not know how to build a funnel, but guess what? I didn't know either. And a week into this, I have my whole system set up, and I wouldn't have been able to do it on my own. Tried that, been there, done that, couldn't do it on my own. But if I was at a place of one time not being able to do it on my own, and I'm telling you, now I can do it, but it's only because I had this great training. Who out there is going to say, you know what, like, this is so stupid. Like, why do I keep trying by myself? This person sounds so much like me. Like, if it was good for them, it's going to be good for me. I believe that I could have my system set up just like them. And that just might be the reason why they decide to buy from you. So when you always remember that even investing in the course automatically puts you steps ahead of your future buyers, because they've yet to purchase, they've yet to even experience what you've experienced, the high, right, of even purchasing. Like, they don't even have that to reference. You're instantly steps ahead. You go through module 1, steps ahead. You go through module 2, steps ahead, right? You start taking action, steps ahead. You show up that way. Right? It's like you're showing up to give people something to watch, give people something to listen to. You're showing up to give them hope. You're showing up to even remind them 3 weeks ago, I was where you were. Do you see why it's so important to share your journey right from the jump? 3 weeks ago, I was the person watching videos. How much impact is in that? 3 weeks ago, I was watching my mentor's videos. I was marveling at her success. Now, guess what? I have the same funnel she has set up, right? I'm learning how to market. I'm learning how to build my own brand. I'm learning how to build my own email list. Never thought I could do it. Never in a million years thought I could do that. If that's your story, why not share it? Because even with all you've taken in and begun to do, again, you're steps ahead of your future buyers. That qualifies you to lead, right? Lead from the jump. One of the best things you can do is immediately get rid of anything that resembles newbie mindset or beginner mindset. No. Right? You're only a newbie. You're only a beginner. Like, if you think you are, right? Instead, why don't we just talk about what we've done, right? What we've accomplished, where we're going, how much better we were than last week, and inspire people by what we've done so that they feel and believe they can do it too. Now, that's what it's about. It's not about bragging. In this final part, you guys, with begin to lead from the jump. This is one of my biggest goals behind my content. Be a voice others want to listen to and follow. That's probably one of my biggest goals with my content. You know, I was in the car yesterday driving from my lash appointment to my nail appointment, and an old Luther Vandross, because I remember I was thinking he's not here anymore. Old Big Luther. For those of y'all out there that get that, you know. Big Luther, right? Song came on. And I instantly began to think, I'm like, he's gone. And I remember I was thinking, well, such a good song. And I'm like, he's still making an impact. And I instantly got a social media post in my head. And I wrote it down. I'll post it sometimes later. But the idea around the post is like, how many of us are doing things now that are going to lead, right, a lasting impact once we're gone? Yeah, they're celebrities, they're singers, but there's still a lasting impact. Whether it's, oh my gosh, like I remember this song when this, they're long and gone, but they did something great. They left a mark, lasting impression. And I don't think some of us realize that we have that same opportunity with this amazing interweb, right, that we're a part of. Y'all can create sound clouds. We can create videos. Like every single thing that we drop on the internet, it has the potential to be listened to and to be consumed long after we're gone. That's one of my goals is like, I want to be, I always say micro, and I feel like I keep getting like, stop saying micro, but I want to be a household name. Like I want people listening to me and watching me and consuming me, not out of any kind of pride, but because like, I love what it is that I do. And I want to be, again, that voice that they want to listen to. They want to follow, that they want to model. I want to be that voice that's not just about making money, but I want it to be where, Steph, like you make me feel happy. You make me feel inspired. You make me feel like I can do this. I never want to not be that person, no matter how much my business grows. And I think if we can learn how to be that to more people, the money will just naturally keep flowing. Right? Who does not want to sow into or do business with people that make them feel good? Right? They make them believe I can do what you've done. Right? So when you lead from the jump, again, it's really it's really an attitude of act as if. All right? People like confidence. Not only do they want to feel confident in their decisions, right? But as you're doing what you're doing, believe it or not, you're making people feel that like I'm making a smart decision. I did a train on this many years ago. People want to feel smart when they make a decision. And believe it or not, the way that you show up, it makes people go grab that debit or credit card and feel smart about the decision that they're making, whether it's a $47 ebook, or whether it's a, multi-$1,000 mentorship program. They feel smart, right? Because of the way they feel about you, believe it or not. Right? So you guys, all the steps. So, a lot of times in my main content, like my video content, right? I'm heavy on the teaching because I know what that content is for, right? And so while all the steps, or should I say it this way, all the steps that I break down, like in that kind of content, it means nothing if you aren't going to decide to lead your own ship. If you are not going to decide to lead your own ship, all those steps mean nothing. Getting the training, picking a niche, picking your target audience, picking a digital product, right? Picking a platform and creating content, making your offer, giving call to actions, those practical steps. That's why there are people that think they're following those practical steps, but on a deeper level, they're struggling, right? Because they're missing this. This is how the people are out there, right? Making six figures in less than 12 months. They're like a lot of people that are struggling, or a lot of people that are not winning. They started the same as a lot of these people. But because they've gotten a few things right, they've done a few things differently, it's caused them to be prolific. It's caused them to be magnetic. You guys might want to write this stuff down, because being prolific, being magnetic, being unforgettable, people making it a point to go to your content, right? Not having to wait for the feed, but they intentionally go to your account to see what's up, to see what's new. They flag your emails. They create folders for your stuff. Those things happen when someone goes into business right? And shows up like this when they sprinkle this into the practical steps. So if you've ever sat back and you're wondering, you're like, dang, right? Like for any of y'all that have the course, I have the course, I own the course, I've gone through the course, I've done this, I, right? But have you been missing all of this stuff, right? And have you ever looked at someone and you're like, they just have the it factor? And you've said things like, but I could never be like them. Or you attribute it to they're outgoing and they're an extrovert and all of these things, right? Like you want to quantify, right? Like you want to get down to the bottom and you're quick to say why they're having, like, it's because they're this way and I'm not that way. But everything I talked about today is a choice. It is a choice to lead. It is a choice to, again, think about the solution and everything I talked about. It is a choice to give yourself, to give your brand, to give your business the X factor, right? It is your choice. And all of this comes from a place of deciding to lead your own ship. So again, you guys, all the things that will help you make money, okay? Or these are all the things that will help you make money, okay? This part right here, if you can get this, I put it in all caps because it's that important. Hold on one second. I think my daughter doesn't know that I'm... These things here will command that you make money beyond the steps. They will command that you make money beyond the steps. Again, this is why we can look back sometimes and say, but I'm doing videos, right? I'm doing reels. I'm doing, like you want to think it's apples to apples. Where if I were to look and I would say, yeah, you're doing what they're doing, but you ain't doing what they doing. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you're doing what they're doing, but you ain't doing what they doing. Very different. This, right? I used to always say this, right, from Ike and Tina, right? This will put stank on your business. This will be the thing that will help you stand out. This will be the thing that will have people looking at you, right? And as I learned from Grant Cardone, right? Money flows to attention. Money follows attention. You've got to be doing everything to get your business some attention. This is the stuff. This is the attitude. You sprinkle this, and this is what brings the attention to your business. Where there's attention, the money will naturally flow. And where money flows, guess what? The more money that flows, the more attention comes back around, and it just begins to be a cycle. Y'all see why people that start making money, right? Oftentimes they keep doing the right things. They amplify, they keep making more money, right? They get attention, more money comes, they get more money, more attention comes. What people look, what's going on over there? How you making all that money? How you doing what you're doing? Right? Like you guys, there's a science to all of this, right? There's a reason for all of this. And I really hope that I helped you see that whether it's your first 1,000, your first sale, your first 15,000, your first 25,000, right? Or you're like, Steph, I want that 6 figures in 6 months. Like I hope I shared with you how it's possible, right? How it's possible, right? So who's ready? Who is ready? Who's ready to command their results? Okay. These are the intrinsic or X factor qualities that you see in winners, but don't realize it. Again, you're like, they have something. And oftentimes we'll want to disqualify ourselves because we're like, I'm not like them. But you can choose. You just didn't know these were the things they were bringing to the plate. You didn't know these were the things that they were intentional about. You didn't know that they actually just see things differently than you, where you're giving yourself every reason for why you can't make money because you haven't made a sale. So how can you ask someone to buy something from you when you haven't made any money? while this person is saying, I got something incredible in my hands. Oh my gosh, I can't shut up talking about it. They're giving themselves every reason to talk about it, no matter what people think, no matter how new they are, because they're like, more people need to know this exists. It's the best thing since sliced bread, right? Where for you, right, and this is for anyone, right? For you, you're fighting for your limitations, and this person's like, heck to the no, right? More people need to know about this. Let me get out there, right? Big difference. And I hope tonight's really helped you be able to see that. If you've been on the outside looking in, if you've been one of the people watching the videos, watching the lives, clicking the links in the emails, giving yourself every reason, right, for why you can't, right? I really hope tonight helped you realize, number one, why you need the information in the course. You're gonna gain the skills, you're gonna gain the knowledge, you're gonna be made better. But you come in with the right mindset, the right approach to all of this, right? Like this, literally, this can be the move, right, that sets you free this year. This could be the difference maker, because that's what it was for me. I came into the year like everybody else. I earned $7,000 in the month of January. And I was like, okay, I'm starting to cook, right? I loved the way my sales were popping. Stay with me, because I want you to really understand what momentum looks like and how it's possible for anyone. Again, I dropped off the gems to you guys. Beyond just the practical, I dropped off the X factor stuff to you. All right? Came in like everybody else. It wasn't the money I made. It wasn't the 7,000 in January. It was, wow, the way this is happening, it felt like a real business. It felt like, wow, like this is how I want sales coming in. I don't want to close people. I don't want to answer a gazillion questions in my email. I don't want to get on the phone with people. I want to market, and I want smart people to be able to say yes. Is that not what you guys want as well? Because that should not be insulting. Isn't that what you want as well, if we're being honest? So because I saw that was happening in January, right, I kept rolling with that plan. Well, in February, I earned just over $10,000, like $10,355, right? And I was like, wow, like this is cool. I like the direction this is going in. Then March, I took a whole week off for my birthday, 50th birthday. And in March, I did just over 14,500 and something. Now in March, even though it was my birthday month and I took a week off, March, things started to kick in, and I realized there were things that were working better than others. And so I stopped doing some things and started doing way more of other things. I buckled down, and honestly, I began to work less. I started doing less, right? Because I got rid of the stuff that wasn't working and started focusing more on what was working. So March was a really, really big month, because I was like, wow, right? Like I doubled my income from, January, and I'm doing way less than I was doing in January. And then every month since March, right, has been above 15,000, right, 20,000, and let's just call it really nice 5-figure months. Really nice 5-figure months. So I share all of this stuff, you guys, again, not because it's about the money when it comes to that. But when I say you can decide to change your life in a short, like the rest of this year, you can decide to change things. When I say it's not just about the money, I want to go back to January for a second. I was making money, right? So January was like everybody else. Make your money, pay your bills, have a little bit over for the next month, right? So that I wasn't starting at zero in February. By April, right, we're talking about bills paid for months, until now bills paid for the year. Where can average people like you and I go and be able to do that for ourselves while paying off debt and having surplus? Where? That's what I talk about as transformational. Because there's not a job I could have had that would have allowed me to do that. That would have allowed me to go from, 7,000, right, to very strong 5-figure months. And to know that still there's so much more, that my business is still growing. The ceiling is off. This is what I show up for. To make sure people know this is just not some digital marketing course. This is not some viral thing. This is a whole opportunity that if you allow it, you take what I'm sharing with you, you use what I'm sharing with you, You make it your own. You go out there, decide you're going to get yours. That you're like, you know what? This was exactly what I needed. This is exactly what I needed. You decide to get yours. From now until the end of the year, you can build a business and you can create a bank account that you don't even recognize. Y'all, I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. That you don't even recognize. I don't even look at money the same as I did the first of the year. That's what I want for more people. And I know a lot of times in this space, you don't hear people talking about this side of business. But you start really doing things right, you turn into a different person. And at the age of 50, I just couldn't help it. I just was not going to be irresponsible. I was not going to do the wrong things. I wasn't going to repeat past bad cycles. I wanted to be a good steward. I wanted to do things right. And I've shared this before, and I'll say this as I'm jumping off here. This course, I don't know what it was about it, but it just made me put my big girl pants on and really start to handle business like a business. It just really allowed me to see that I wasn't really handling business like a business for a long time. And for whatever reason, this course was my wake-up call. You guys, this course will give you the opportunity to learn digital marketing from A to Z, all the skills you need, help you get set up, help you get your funnel set up, help you get your payment processor set up, help you get your domain set up, help you, if you want to sell the course, we'll help you get set up to sell the course. If you want to sell other products and their services, we'll help you learn how to create products, how to put your sales system around them. We'll teach you how to market them. We'll teach you how to create content. We'll teach you YouTube. We'll teach you Instagram. We'll teach you TikTok. We'll teach you Facebook. We'll teach you Pinterest. We'll teach you blogging. We'll teach you everything you need to know to position yourself to make six figures. All right. On top of that, you have the license that allows you to be able to resell this course as your own. If you're like, Steph, I would just love to do what it is that you do. I want to model what you do. Then you can, as a starting point, you can sell the course as your own. And from there, who knows, you might find your own love for something else. You might decide you want to sell something else or create your own course or create your own digital products or sell other digital products. Right. You're going to learn how to build your own email list. You're going to learn all of that. And on top of that, all right, you also get access to weekly calls every Tuesday, office hours, where you can pop on, ask questions, get guidance. Every single week I show up to mentor the people of this community. Every single Tuesday. Answer your questions, provide guidance. I just show up for you. No agenda, but to make sure you're good. Where else can you go and who else is doing that? All right. So the mentorship is there. The guidance is there. The instructions is there. Everything that you need is there to help you decide to go for yours. And on my website, you'll see where there's also additional bonuses right now that I'm doing the Summer of Success. So you get 5 additional master resale rights and private label right products, right, that you can sell as your own. All right. And those will be emailed to you directly to you, right, once you get started. 5 additional income streams that you can leverage. You'll see the details of that over on my website. All right, as you scroll down. So you guys, I want to encourage you to get started. All right. This Saturday, I have a really big call planned. I'm so excited for this call on Saturday. You're not going to want to miss it. So if you're newer to my world, make sure you do subscribe. Make sure you do click on notifications. And if you want to make sure you don't miss Saturday's sessions, I don't know if I'm going to do it here or if I'm going to do it in my private Zoom room because it's really special what I'm doing. Make sure you go to my link, goprowithsteph.com, down below in the description. Make sure you opt in there. All right. You'll learn all about the course. You'll learn all about how to get started. You can decide to get started with PayPal, debit or credit card. And if you want to split up your payments, we have payment plans through Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm. Some people have gotten started for as little as $44 and have paid over months. And some people get started for right around $125. So if getting started on a payment plan makes sense for you and allows you to get started sooner versus later, do that. All right. You decide how serious and how big this information is compared to where it is you want to go. You make the decision to do what you got to do, right? To get what it is that you need to help you get what you want. That's life. That's life. All right. You take the first steps and I got your back. All right. Well, Steph, this is a big ding ding moment for me. We tend to be like sheep and follow the herd. But yes, we need to have the X factor. My birthday is March 2. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. No, it's true. And the money making niche is notorious for following the herd. That's just not me. That's just not me. Entrepreneurs, you guys, are problem solvers, right? And I'll tell you something. That part about following the herd, the one thing I love, and this is such a huge upswing to purchasing this digital marketing course. One of the biggest selling factors I used to always talk about is ownership and control. Y'all, please know that master resale rights, they're not created equal. What I loved about this course, first off, love Zach and Hannah, right? Love them, love their spirit, love their heart, love why they do this. But the second thing was, I was like, I got to download what I purchased. So I am never in a position where someone can take away my opportunity. I can forever sell this, right? The way that I want to sell this, which is why I sell it wrapped in my own community. That's why you get the office hours on Tuesdays, right? That's why you get a community, right? It's because they gave us the license to actually be able to download. So please, I know there's a lot of opportunities out there. There's a lot of things people are all rallying around right now. But at the same time, I also know there's a lot of people that are lost, a lot of people that are investing into things and being ghosted, right? A lot of people that don't truly have, it's not about community. It's about, am I seen? Am I heard? Am I getting my questions answered? And do I feel like I'm being made better because of the relationships, right, that I have? And what I will honestly tell you, hand on heart, and I even posted this in my YouTube community a couple of days ago, people like our niece and Veronica, Victory, right? They'll be able to attest this, and anyone else that might be out there, right? I thought I was creating, why did I go there? I thought I was creating this community to help other people. And true enough, I'm doing that. But I can't believe how much I've been made better because of these relationships. Because we say little things sometimes that we think are so cliche, be seen and being heard. And y'all, that's big for some people. Some people are never seen, they're never heard. Some people have given and given and given, and every time they do, they're ghosted. They're lied to. They're sold things that aren't true. And to know that I have actually been made better. I've been made more responsible. I've been made more respectable. Like, I've been made, like, I value people so stinking much. Because I do know that there are people that are going to win because they do have what we have going down in this community. I know there are people that are simply going to win because of the love and respect and everything we do have going down in this community. And when I say it is only getting better, it is only getting better. Because I know beyond selling someone a digital marketing course with master resale rights, the heart of all of this is people. The heart of all of this is people. Because without people, none of us have a business. Without believing in people, we don't have a business. Without people believing in us, we don't have a business. So I have kept y'all here long enough. Like, I could literally do this like all night long. That's why I'm going to have, I think next year, y'all, I'm going to have a live event. Like, not a live stream, but we're going to do something like on the beach on a resort because I can hang out with my peeps all night and talk business and all this good stuff. Because again, this is just what I love. So if you've been inspired to get started, like, I hope tonight could really, really help you and help you see how you can position yourself to go and get your piece of the pie quickly. This is not about get rich quick, but if you want to make money fast, I gave you the recipe tonight. I gave you the X factor. I told you how to show up, who to be, what I gave it to you all, right? You have it. You take the first step. I got your back. All right. The link is down below in the description, y'all. GoProWithSteph.com. All right. Get started. You'll be plugged in immediately. And I look so forward to seeing you on Saturday. So have a great night, you guys. I hope you're leaving better than when you came. Bye-bye.